Me a bit about your startup.
Sure.
You're
So
obviously from Canada.
I'm from Canada, from Vancouver, and
Okay.
our company is Vitality Link. And what we're trying to do, we found there are lots of consumers with chronic pain conditions. And what we find is all too often the doctors say, we can't do anything more for you, or we can give you painkillers, but we can't cure the pain. So what we're passionate about is helping consumers in that situation find holistic healthcare options. That
Okay.
may be practitioners, it may be lifestyle changes, it may be diet, but helping those people with chronic pain find the holistic options that can actually help improve their quality of life.
And you do that through your online platform?
So we have an online platform. It helps people both. One of the challenges is if you have, say, fibromyalgia,
Yes.
you may not have a clue what holistic treatments can be effective for fibromyalgia. So if you already know you want acupuncture, you can go and find acupuncturists, no problem. But if you come from that position, I have fibromyalgia, I have arthritis, I have asthma, and I want to find solutions, there's almost no one who's reverse engineering from the pain to the holistic options. So that's what we're doing. So you can come in, you can see, okay, I've got arthritis, I'm interested in holistic options. I don't want to consider energy healing, that just doesn't work for me. I am okay with lifestyle, with touch, with movement. And you can see the list of options. And you can see what the research ratings are, how many success stories, and then you can directly connect with a practitioner.
And so is it a content-based or it's sort of a...
Very much. There's content is
Matching
very
algorithm?
important. There's absolutely matching algorithms to
Okay.
help because the holistic healthcare spectrum is wide.
Right,
So I may
yeah.
be okay with massage. Someone else may be happy to try Reiki, which is energy healing.
Yes.
Someone else may be okay with, distance healing. Well, it's a spectrum. And so we need to get you as a consumer as quickly as possible to the treatments that you're willing to consider that will help you solve your pain.
Very good. So you're working together with your customers. That sounds fabulous.
Absolutely.
And you told me that your first round of funding was an angel
Yep.
round. How did that go? And was it difficult in Canada to get an angel round?
So it was an interesting process. In Vancouver, we have a couple of angel forums. So I went and I
Right.
pitched at those angel forums. I found to some extent the same thing I'm finding now, which is a lot of people like the business plan. They say it's a great presentation, etc. They're not comfortable with the subject matter. So most investors want to invest in something they're familiar with. And the holistic healthcare spectrum is one that a lot of people go, okay, I think that might be small. I think it might be flaky. It's actually a $46 billion market, and we can talk about that, but they just don't know it well enough to evaluate the options.
Right.
So we were very fortunate with our first round to bring an angel on board he has a background as a healer himself. So he's a technologist, he's an expert in online monetization, and he does Reiki and reflexology. So it brought that understanding, and then he was interested in exploring the plan.
And do you think generally in Canada or obviously in BC where you come from, is it difficult for women up there to raise venture or angel rounds?
There are fewer women presenting
Okay.
at the angel events that I go to. There are fewer women going for financing.
Okay.
I think that reflects the difficulty. I think it also reflects the fact that to go out and raise money, especially a significant amount of money, takes great self-confidence. And I think many women have self-confidence, but it's more of a quiet self-confidence. It's not the going out and I'm going to tell the world how great I am. It's
Yes.
much more inner.
Yes.
And I think that the women I've talked with who are thinking about going for funding, that's often an impediment. Because funding is like a beauty contest. You need to be out there saying, I'm great, I'm the best, I'm so wonderful. And a lot of the women I know aren't really comfortable doing that, even though fundamentally they may believe it.
Yes, right. And are there a lot of investors that you can get access to in Canada?
There's, I would say there are tight circles.
Okay.
So there are tight circles. Once you get into those, then definitely there are opportunities to pitch. I do think, and again, I'm speaking in generalities here, but I think the investors, especially on the venture side, tend to be relatively conservative. I mean,
Right.
we talk about risk capital, but in Canada you've got oil and gas, you've got all these, resources that give almost not quite automatic return, but to step outside of that and to go into technology and then to step farther out of that and go into technology and holistic health is, why would you risk it when you can get such easy
Yes.
return from resource investment?
Yes. And I guess the Canadian nature, if we generalised and put it alongside the American nature, I guess it would be a little bit more conservative. Having lived in Canada myself, I would say in the totally nicest way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we're definitely more cautious. We're more conservative.
You've got more money than the Americans, by the way. Did you see that?
At the moment, yes, it's amazing.
Capita?
Yeah, but we tend to be cautious, and we
Yes.
tend to be relatively risk averse, and we
Yes.
tend to be just the slightest bit apologetic.
Yes.
None of which help when you're raising money.
At least you didn't bring the flag in. I like that.
That's right.
Whenever you're traveling, you always see the Canadian flag. So, could you tell me a little bit then about what you're facing now? Obviously, you've got a few challenges. You're not from the Bay Area, but I hear you were part of the Canadian Tech Accelerator. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I had the great opportunity to come down here, sponsored by the Canadian government, and get introduced to a variety of angels and VCs and connections down here.
Right.
Our biggest challenge right now is we've got an amazing product. We're getting traction, but we need to get the word out. We need people to know about this solution. We need to be driving traffic to the website. So we're really looking for money as accelerant for marketing and customer acquisition.
Okay. And so what sort of amount are you looking at?
Well, currently what we're doing is we're only looking for 500,000 now, but what we see then is a Series A in about a year of another 1.5, so 2 million altogether.
Okay. And how is it being a Canadian in the Bay Area, raising?
I found people are extremely friendly.
Great.
Absolutely. A lot of the investors are saying that to invest, they would want to have a headquarters here.
Yes.
So I do hear that a lot. I hear some others saying they're open to, both options. But a lot of people talk about wanting the company to be close. And one lady was even saying to me, it's a bit ironic because we're never actually going to drop in and visit the companies we invest in, but we want to feel like we could.
Yeah.
So for us, there's some good tax credits in Canada for technology development.
Yes.
Absolutely, the Bay would be a great area for marketing and sales because there are lots of holistic practitioners and lots of consumers. But relocating here, I don't think we'd be prepared to do that right now.
Quite expensive to be based here.
It is quite expensive, and we've got such good, decent salaries,
Yes.
good cost of living, etc.
And I hear great access to technologists, so
Absolutely,
programmers,
we've
which
got
we
some
don't-
amazing technology talent and developers.
Yeah, because I know here it's just so hard to access that because everyone's taken.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, you wouldn't want to walk away from that wealth. Well, look, thank you so much for talking to me today. I really appreciate it, and I've learned a little bit more about the Canadian scene, and I wish you all the best with your startup.
Thank you very much.